Hello, my name is Eincrou, and welcome back to another Let's Play. This is going to be a Let's Play presented in stereoscopic 3D from start to finish. This game is The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. It's sort of an adventure, exploration, just chill out and relax and enjoy the scenery type game. And I'm planning to do exactly that in stereoscopic 3D, and I'm going to present to you the same experience that I am seeing, which is, of course, in 3D. So there are a number of important things that need to be talked about before we start this Let's Play, because this isn't just some simple Let's Play where you just turn on the video and then you just watch. This is something where you've got to know a few things before we get started. And first, I want to give credit to the man who made this Let's Play possible, and that is, of course, Eincrou. He makes a bunch of Helix mod fixes, and he especially specializes. Wow, I almost sound like Total Biscuit there, where he goes like particularly particulars of particularity, and he just repeats the same word in different formats. Okay, whatever. Never mind.
That shouldn't really be too much of a concern for you as far as I'm concerned. Okay. So.
The addition of signature weapons means that they can offer various variants of existing weapons with different add-ons.
He is particularly adept at creating fixes for Unreal Engine 3 games, and he did a great job with this fix. I have played a little bit of it through to make sure that everything is going to work for this Let's Play. All right, that's the first thing. Thank you, Eincrou. The Helix mod fix will be linked in the description below if you want to play this in 3D Vision in stereoscopic 3D, and I recommend that you do because it's beautiful. All right, number 2. This is incredibly important for everybody viewing this. I don't care whether you're viewing it in 2D or 3D. You need to be aware that this is being presented in a very special format. This is going to be full side-by-side, which means you have two 1920 by 1080 pixel resolution images. So each eye, if you're watching 3D, is going to be getting 1920 by 1080 per eye. That is great resolution, and it also allows YouTube to transcode this video with a higher bitrate, so all the details should be coming through a lot more clearly than they would with half side-by-side at 1920 by 1080, regular 1080p. Now, the caveat that you need to be aware of is you absolutely must view this in the quality section in the gear icon on the bottom right of the player window at 2160p quality. 2160p is what you need to select. Do that right now, and make sure that you do it at the start of every single one of these parts, because the lower resolution versions, 1080p, 720p, 480p, 360p, etc., are not actually those resolutions. Since this is a 32 by 9 aspect ratio video, what YouTube tries to do with the lower resolution versions is cram those videos, which are double wide, into the space of a single wide 16 by 9 frame. And that the effective resolution loss per eye, instead of being half with half side-by-side mode, is instead 1/4 resolution per eye, thanks to the fact that it's cramming the double wide aspect ratio into the single wide. So 2160p. I've explained it to you why you need to do it. I didn't just instruct you and then hope that you take my word for it. I told you exactly why you got to do it. So do it. Make sure you do it, okay? All right. All right, that's enough prefacing. It's what, like 4 minutes, 5 minutes of talking? Let's get into the game. So I'm going to do a quick cut. See you in the game.
Ethan Carter I didn't know, but he knew who I was. When the police won't help you and the priests don't believe you, you call on Paul Prospero. You call on me. If you're a kid like Ethan, you're right, plenty do. Ethan's letter started out just like any other fan mail, but soon there were mentions of things no little boy should know about. There are places that exist that very few people can see. Ethan could have drawn a map. I hadn't entered Red Creek Valley yet, but already I could feel its darkness reaching out for me. Finding Ethan Carter wasn't going to be as easy as knocking on his door. I was too late for that. To find Ethan, I had to figure out what this place was trying to hide from me.
Welcome to this world in stereoscopic 3D. It's a lush world. We've got forests, deciduous trees, plenty of them around here. Hopefully we'll see some conifers as we continue up ahead. For now, I just want to take in the sight. I'm viewing this in stereoscopic 3D. Hopefully you are too. Each of these leaves falling from the trees has its place in the world. Each patch of grass owns its spot in this 3D scene. The sun, I can see its rays. Beautiful. Let us begin our journey through the narrative and the world of the vanishing of Ethan Carter. Train tracks are blocked off. However, I am nimble enough to climb over. Pretty cool. So I do need to mention right off the bat that I have played a little bit of this game. Just want to make sure that it worked. Want to make sure that there would be no nasty surprises as I try to produce this Let's Play. As far as I know, everything works perfectly. EQ's Atara's Helix mod fixes, they really get the job done. No anomalies that I have seen yet. This grass looks so awesome. Like, all of it is really there in 3D space. It really makes you wonder, could a game like this be played in virtual reality? What's that? Whoa. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Holy shit, that scared me. What can we sense here? Apparently my fellow is a paranormal detective. And he can sense things. He can get clues about other places and other times. Though I'm not getting much of a clue here from this trap. This game, I believe, is known for having a bit of a creepy vibe. It's not a horror game by any stretch of the imagination, but it is a game which wants to give you a sense of foreboding. It wants you to feel a sense of calm tension, if that even makes any sense. Quiet tension. It wants you to just observe the world and run into a few surprises, as we've just seen. But as I was trying to say, I have explored a little bit of this starting area. I have come over here, but I never went down over there to the trap, so that was not me faking a reaction to that trap. That was actually scaring the crap out of me. And though the game does have big, wide areas, they are limited by invisible walls, of which I am now running into one of several that I have encountered in the game. By several, I mean thousands, because there are lots of invisible walls. There's another one. So the game, I guess, it wants you to explore, but there are areas where you can explore where there's nothing to find. So you gotta be a bit careful not to go chasing wild geese, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna continue along the railroad tracks now, I think. We'll go over to the cliff just because it's a gorgeous view. We can see the sunset. I believe it's sunset. I don't think it's a sunrise. It looks like dusk to me, just because dusk has a certain hue to it. And this seems like it's dusk. Isn't that just picture perfect right there? I hope you're viewing this in stereoscopic 3D so you can see what I'm seeing. This is incredible. This is incredible. The leaves rustling, falling through the air. I'm playing this right now at about 33% depth with the 3D vision settings. It's a good amount of depth for me sitting right in front of a 24-inch monitor. And hopefully it's not so much depth that people watching on a TV, a big screen TV, 40, 50, 60 inches plus, hopefully it's not so much depth that it's painful.
Red Creek Valley seemed like a quiet, ordinary place. I've learned two things in my life. No place is truly quiet, and nowhere is really ordinary. Ethan warned me about that. Warned me not to be fooled by what I saw here. He didn't need to worry. I'd worked dozens of cases, hundreds. This would be my last one.
Red Creek Valley. It is a very quiet place. I know the protagonist disagrees, but in my opinion, the fact that there are no signs of life makes it very, very quiet. No animals, no people. Got a dilapidated train crossing here across the river. We can see all the way down to the river. I actually get a little bit of a sense of vertigo looking down there. Especially since I know this thing is creaking, and if I slip on one of these boards, like I could fall down this hole right now. I'm not going to because that's not part of the game, but my brain doesn't know that. The draw distance is complete in total. No fogging. You can see all the way. I don't know what at one point the foliage in the background stops being actual 3D models. But as you can see down there, those are all real trees being rendered. That's what you can tell since this is being viewed in stereoscopic 3D. But as it gets further out, it starts getting flat, and I can't really tell. Like in the center of my screen, all the way to those orangish trees, I can tell that those are real tree models. Everything between that and here, I know for a fact is real tree models. But the other trees, the ones that aren't animating, I can't really tell. So let's continue on. Yes, I'm taking this very slowly, just taking in the sights, talking about what I see, what I think, how I feel. I think that's how I'm going to approach this Let's Play. Alright, so we've got a train car here. Let's inspect this. Animal or human? Accident or murder? So I suppose this is the game's way of showing me the thoughts of our protagonist. And this is really cool because my first time doing the test of this game was, I came through here in 2D on my monitor just to get a sense of the game. And when I saw all this stuff floating around my screen, I thought, man, I really hope that this works in 3D. I hope that this isn't just some type of illusion of 3D-ness. I hope that these are actually 3D words moving in 3D space. And I was pleasantly surprised when I did my my 3D test playthrough to find out that it is. So we've got a spot here we can hold. We can see a vision into another world. And this vision into another world looks oddly similar to the effect that I used in my BioShock Infinite Red Pill review, where I'm showing my review going by in super quick, fast motion. almost just combined quick and fast there into a nonsense word. But I used a portal effect, created a portal effect in After Effects. It looked pretty much identical to this one. And it's really cool. But this is 3D. The view I'm seeing is 3D. The outside world around the rim of the portal is still in 3D. That's a really cool effect. Looks like I can also enter the train car. Well, it wasn't on in the first place. You can see here, the game has almost no UI. In fact, it has no HUD. But the interface is integrated into the game world, and it's integrated in 3D. So it's almost as if they designed this to be played in 3D or in VR. That is not the case. They did not design it for that, but thanks to the Helix mod fixes from EQ Zatara, we can enjoy this with 3D vision in pretty much flawless fashion. Let's go. Continue exploring outside. Follow the train tracks, I suppose. Sun peeking out from the trees. Ah, pushing my way through the flowers. Yes, they are not very well realized, but at least, unlike Dear Esther, where all the trees, all the flowers, all the shrubs were sprites, which would turn with you as you circle around them, these like to stay put. And that's very good, because when the sprites are turning to continually face you in 3D, it really pulls you out of the experience. Let's just put it that way. That's not really what I'm looking for when I play a game in 3D. I don't want to be pulled out. I want the game to do things that suck me in, such as having your text and your UI elements in the game world. That's really cool. A little bit of a break in the rocks and the cliff here, but can't go down there. Invisible walls. Is that something there? Nope. So when I was doing my 2D test playthrough, I also installed some Helix mod not Helix mod, Sweet Effects, and found a really cool preset that changes the colors to make it very natural lighting, as the preset is called. But sadly, Helix mod and Sweet Effects don't appear to work together with this game, so we're looking at the game just standard right now. We got some cut ties here. I don't know what the rope is holding. Maybe there'll be some clues up ahead. Rest of the corpse. There's a foot in the leg. Two of them. Someone lost both his legs on the train tracks. But of course, having your legs chopped off does not result in instant death. It results in extreme blood loss. Major arteries have been breached. But you can live long enough to crawl, 40 feet maybe? 40, 50 feet? It's brutal. I would guess blood loss as a cause of death. I can touch him. Can't see anything, it's too small. Not yet. Disturbed by third party, eroded by time. I don't know what this man's magical capabilities are. I don't understand them. I don't know what it is he's looking at. I don't know what it is that causes him to be able to do this. I don't know what the parameters of him being able to use it are. There's certain times, certain places when you can use it and get a full view. I don't know. But I was able to see a crankshaft down by a riverbed, so perhaps I should check out the riverbed. And yes, I know exactly where it is because I've done this before, but hey. So we've got a crankshaft here. Nice 3D model. We can get some pop out on it. Pretty cool. Zoom in on it. And we can put it in our knapsack. Gorgeous view, hey? Looks like it could be a real place. Just imagine 10 years from now what a game like this is going to look like. Hopefully VR will have really caught on by 2024. And a game like this will be guaranteed to have full stereoscopic virtual reality support. Now there's one more thing I want to do. Oh, we got some more clues here. We got a jerry can here. Jerry can. Petrol can. An area of dried grass. Yes, I believe the rail car was here. Oh, I got a view. This is so cool, the way it all works in 3D. So I guess somebody put the man on the tracks, put gas into the rail car, and then started the rail car, and but there's blood on the front. There's blood on the front of the rail car. That wouldn't be caused by running someone's legs over. So I think we have yet more to discover about what happened here. It may not be what it seems. Yes, and I knew this was here as well. So we're going to check it out. Rock. Rock. Well, that's cool. It spreads out as you mouse over the actual item itself. And then it comes closer when you get further away. And I do know where the rock is. It's over here on the side. I could have picked it up when I came through here the first time, but for some reason I didn't. It's over here somewhere. I passed it, I think. I'm getting some hiccups in the frame rate. I'm running this on maximum with all the settings except for distortion is turned off. That's recommended by EQ Zatar for this Helix mod fix. And I do not have anti-aliasing maxed out. Just because that's way too brutal in 3D. Where's that rock? It must be over here then. Oh, it is. There are all kinds of areas you can go up into, but usually there's nothing there. Alright, I'll find that rock later. Let's try crankshaft. Alright, we've got it started up. I don't really know which way I want to go. I don't think I'll get very far going forward. The bridge is broken. It's so cool. Oh, it just stops itself. Alright, so let's back up. Took a screenshot there. This is so cool. We're gonna run over his legs again. Sorry, dude. Okay. There's the rock by the stump. The hell was that? Like a ghost sound. Alright, so we found the rock. We can put it over here. And wait till you see what happens. This is pretty cool. That's right, nothing happens. Alright, so this is now the extent of what I have done in this game. In fact, this is actually more than I've done in the game. I've put that rock in that socket, obviously. The divot. But I never drove the train. This is my first time driving the train ever. I don't think I can actually go anywhere with it, though. Because this is blocked off. So it's just going to serve as a quicker way to get back to the bridge, I guess. For now, there's nothing I can do. I don't know what the point of the rock is, though. It's a stupid rock, who cares? So one of the most criticized things about this game is its save point system. You cannot manually save at all. It automatically saves, and I've been playing now for about 25-30 minutes. And do you know how many times it has saved to this point? Seriously, guess. How many times do you think it's saved to this point? Did you guess 0 times? That is correct. It has saved 0 times. So if I were to back out of this game right now and try and restart it up later, so say that since this video is about half hour long, I wanted to cut the video here and start up a new part later, I'd have to replay the entire thing that I've just done. I have not been up here. This looks like a nice looking area. Wow. Check that out. Screenshot of that for sure. Anything around here? No more traps, I hope. The music is very nice as well. Yeah, I guess it's just a vista. Doesn't seem to be anything I can do here. That was a nice sight. I'm just gonna listen to music for a minute. Just gonna check around this area. See if I can find anything. And I'll just keep this part going until I reach a checkpoint. Save point. don't know when the first save point is. I've never, in all of my tests that I've done 2 or 3 test run-throughs. I never reached a save point. Ever. So I've had to redo this repeatedly. But this is the first time I'm really trying to scope it out. See if I can find anything in this backwoods area. I did come through here before, but I didn't find anything. So I don't think there is anything here. I can sprint, but I kind of like just walking. This is a really dark area here, but I've found that with full side-by-side, these areas that are pretty dark still come through relatively clearly and cleanly, just thanks to the fact that you've got that much more bitrate. There's no jumping allowed, so I can't jump. Oh hey, some lights. I'm getting some ghosting from this light. The hell? What is this? Nope. That's right. That's wrong. Oops. Guess it's a memory game? Shoot. Ah! That's painful in 3D. An astronaut? Hey. Where you going? Take a screenshot of that astronaut. Where'd he go? Shoot, these frame hiccups are throwing me off. There he is. Where are you taking me? The company that developed this game is called The Astronauts, I think. Or I just heard him behind me. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. So I guess this is a Easter egg just about themselves because they're astronauts. I heard him this way. There he is. Where are you taking me, man? And how come you can teleport? Doesn't seem fair. Where'd he go? Oh. I guess he just keeps going in front of me. I keep like hearing him elsewhere, but no. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, the dust just came through my screen. That was awesome. Take me with you. What the heck is this? What? Whoa. Whoa, whoa. We're going through hyperspace. Oh my god, I did not expect this to be in this game. Oh my god. This is incredible. This is beautiful. This reminds me of Interstellar when they're going through the wormhole. Interstellar had some awesome visual effects. I highly recommend it if you're into that kind of thing. Even though it's not really a heavy visual effects movie, it's still got some awesome ones. So it looks like I am in space with a bunch of other pods. I guess we're gonna be here for all eternity? can zoom in. How come there's no zero gravity? Oh, what was that? Oh. Yeah, I'm going to switch to the text version. Thank you. Fangs. The beast had fangs, but it was heavy and slow. So when it saw the light in the sky, it waited, thinking the light would go out like the others before it. When it did not, the beast rose up on its legs and went to the place where the fire was still burning. As the orange light died, another took its place. This one was blue, a bright and pure blue that the creature had only seen along the edges of the stars. The beast showed its fangs, and the light vanished. A moment later, the light appeared again between two distant trees. The beast wanted to go home, but could not ignore the light, so it chased it deeper into the forest. Is this talking about a wolf or something?
Get out of my room, Travis!
Stories, stories. Always with the stories.
Get out!
I read the Fangs one. I liked the Beast. At least he gets to leave this goddamn place.
I've achieved fangs. So I guess Ethan, who of course is the little boy we're investigating for, he wrote some stories, and I don't know what going into some space travel simulation type thingy in the nether galaxies has to do with that, but it was awesome to view in 3D nonetheless. That was cool. Is this just the same story? Yeah, it is. Just put that back. Thank you. And we'll just check this out. Abstruse Tales. This is kind of a bit of intense pop-out, but we'll deal with it. America's Finest Science Fiction, January 1964? 40 cents. Featuring Yellow Hills of Mars by Douglas Spalding. Gaylord. Someone wrote Gaylord. Nothing on the back. Travis's Defacement. Gaylord. Alright, so I did reach a save point there. This shack has appeared in the middle of the woods. So I suppose this is a good time to cut this episode short. I don't know how long the episodes will be, but I do want to kind of space them out across save points, because that's what makes the most sense to me, but it may result in some variable length videos. Hope you don't mind. So, wow, this game is just... it's keep making quite an impression on me, playing it in 3D, I'll just say that. So thank you for joining me. I hope you will join me in the next part, and I hope you'll stick with it until the end of the journey. Goodbye.